Hi, listeners. Stage Frights is a Gather by the Ghostlight production and an immersive audio experience intended for adult audiences. Immerse yourself. And enjoy.
Previously on Stage Frights.
So, on today's episode, we'll be performing a sacrifice. Intruders! Al, get the axe!
We're not intruders, this is our show.
Well, our plan was to perform a sacrifice on tonight's show, and we were going to choose from one of these little rascals.
You need to perform a sacrifice, and we need to perform a show. So, what if you all stick around and we use these sacrificial candidates here as the performers in our show?
What a great idea! Perfect! Well, look at that. We're down to the last few candidates for the sacrifice. It's almost time.
He's right, we only have a few more to save. What stories do we have left?
Well, here's the last script. It's a good one, though.
Oh yeah, that should definitely do the trick.
Come on, we don't have all day. Our sacrifice isn't going to sacrifice themselves, you know. A lot of work to be done. People to torture, limbs to sever, a sacrifice to sacrifice. Let's get on with it.
Got you covered, Doc. This next story may be the scariest one yet. Jonathan, I'm doing a thing here.
Okay.
Come on.
So this one is a bit of a cautionary tale to be careful when you go jogging alone at night. You never know what you may find lurking in the darkness.
For this one, we need 2 actors. One to play a mother and one to play her adult daughter, who is also our jogger.
Well, I'm running a little low on candidates, but these 2 here should do just fine. Step forward. Your names, please.
Corlin Hendricks.
Arelis Rivera.
Wow, okay, that was weird. All right, step up to the mics and let us begin. Looks like this script also needs a narrator. All right, I guess I'll take care of that part. Now, gather round the ghostlight. Sit back and enjoy. This one is called CLIP CLOP, written by Greg Mandryk.
How do you echo Mandryk?
Just do your job. Nighttime. A country road. The world was all black tar and chalk dust under the pale moon. The sun had set and the day's heat had been subdued. It was an absolutely perfect night for a run.
Here we go.
But the woods, they can be a dangerous place. And the darkness, well, that makes them doubly so. She had been warned. Her mother often told her,
Don't go running at night, dear. It isn't safe.
a pearl of wisdom from a worrisome mother.
You can't see where you're going. You might trip and break your ankle, and then where would you be?
But there was something in the woman's expression that warned of darker, more insidious threats. Perils that can only exist in the imagination of an overly protective mother.
Just promise me you'll be careful, okay?
And she had listened when she was younger. But now... Oh, the air was brisk. It cooled her as she glided over the smooth pavement, her legs carrying her effortlessly. Her heartbeat was steady, her breathing unlabored. Years of discipline had paid off. The once torturous exercise had become a source of primal enjoyment. She paused under a street lamp. Up ahead, she could see headlights. A car was approaching, speeding, definitely, not minding the lines too well.
Drunk? Stupid?
The car drew closer. Should she wait in the light where she could be seen? Maybe get off the road completely.
Screw it.
If it was her fate to be roadkill, then so be it.
It's dangerous, sweetie. Thanks, Mom.
The headlights began to illuminate the area surrounding her. As the car came closer, the light filtering through the trees, the grass, every tiny pebble, lent a kaleidoscope effect to the landscape. The car came closer.
Jesus. Easy on the brakes.
The car was almost on top of her now, the lights, 2 angry eyes, bearing down on her.
Running homo.
Asshats.
She didn't think much of the local youth, rich kids, unholy terrors.
Future world leaders.
The woodland nightscape returned to its ephemeral tranquility. The chirping of insects accompanied the rhythm of her footfalls as she continued on into the night. Music. very faint, and the indistinct buzz of human voices.
Someone's having a party.
And then came the barbecue smell. Charcoal and meat blending together into a sweet carnal perfume.
God, that smells good.
Even at her most health-conscious, she could never say no to a good steak. It was difficult to tell which direction the smell and the noise were coming from. It seemed close. Not that she had any intention of... Something lurched on the road beside her. A deer? No. She only caught a glimpse as she strode past it, but it appeared to be a person. And then, it was behind her.
What the hell?
Following.
Great. A pacer.
Pacer, a term she coined during her many jogs through suburbia. Children would see her running and decide,
Yay, let's have a race.
And they'd try to outrun her.
Moron.
In the late night hours, drunks sometimes did this too. Exactly what she had here, by the sound of it.
Okay, dickhead, let's race.
Pushing herself past her normal pace, she sped onward. She hadn't seen her short-lived companion very well. Just a dark shape emerging from a collection of shadows in her peripheral vision. She could turn to get a better look, but not without breaking her stride. And she felt that a snubbing was in order.
Eat my dust.
Acknowledgement, that would only encourage him. Of course, it was also possible that her pursuer meant her harm.
Nah.
She had no money, no wallet, only the key to a car that was parked 3 miles away. And if he was willing to wear himself out for that...
Come and get it.
But still, he was keeping pace considerably well for a drunk. Judging by the sound, he...
Or she.
...was only a dozen paces behind, and more impressively, not giving up.
Okay, we've got a drunken marathon runner here. Bring it, bitch.
She wasn't worried, not yet. The pacer was running in a fashion as though one leg were 6 inches shorter than the other, an unsteady cadence. He couldn't last much longer, and yet... Was it getting closer? Hard to believe, and yet he seemed to be gaining. Their footfalls were beginning to match. The lighter blended in with her own, but the heavier swallowed her every time she set her right foot down.
What the hell? No way he's running me down. No way.
She had been running faster than her usual pace. The exertion was beginning to sap her stamina. She wanted to give up this little game, turn around and face her pursuer, but a tiny voice inside her head warned her.
Don't turn around.
She began to entertain the notion that this person might very well be a deranged killer. Curiosity was beginning to play its hand, and then an unfamiliar voice spoke inside her head, telling her, "Turn around, have a look-see. Who knows what you might see?"
Nope.
She kept running. She decided that if he
Or it.
fell behind, she'd take a peek. But as long as it was only a few paces behind.
I do not break stride.
But just then, it was over.
That's it?
She came to a stop under a streetlight. She looked behind her. There was only the harsh light surrounding her and the utter blackness beyond. She waited for her eyes to adjust, and she could make out a few details, the road, the shoulder, but there was no one to be seen. It suddenly became unnerving that her pursuer, maybe concealed behind a tree, would have no problem at all seeing her, and worse, seeing that she had stopped. So she continued running. Her trot was steady, but keeping ahead of the limping boogeyman cost her some of her steam. It would be a long run home. The light was receding behind her. She half expected to see a tired drunk staggering into the light, but no one appeared.
Still creepy.
She continued onward, and again the night was still. Still, but not serene. There was a latent menace lurking just out of sight. She just wanted to be home. She began to plot the quickest route to her car, and maybe on the way home she'd get some takeout.
Jesus!
A noise from above. Something heavy landing behind her. She almost stopped, turned to see what it was, but then... Oh, it wasn't human. It couldn't be. What could drop 20 feet onto solid pavement and immediately break into a run?
You really shouldn't go running at night.
He had stopped chasing her. Why?
Oh crap! Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap!
It must have been the light. It wouldn't go into the light. She didn't want to know what it was. Curiosity could go kill some other damn cat. She just wanted to run.
Just keep going. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right,
There would be another light up ahead, if she could just keep her pace. Oh, it was unbearably close now. She could hear its rasping breathing. She could smell the putrid stench of rotten meat.
What the hell does it want with me?
But she knew. She had known it when she was 3 years old, and her parents left her in the room at night with nothing but the darkness and the things that lurked within. She knew then of sickly-skinned bogies with gnarled teeth and clacking talons, dwelling beneath her bed in murderous contemplation, hungrily waiting for a tender foot to dangle within their reach.
Oh, God!
The road curved ahead, and there it was. She could see the next street lamp, a flat disc of light on the road.
Base! I gotta make it to base!
Oh, there was a tug at the back of her shirt, the feeling of a thorn snagging the fabric.
The fuck?
She found the strength to run faster.
Come on! Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left!
If I've taught you anything in your miserable life, is that you shouldn't go running at night.
She was past her normal threshold of fatigue. The air she breathed seemed devoid of oxygen. She felt pain she hadn't experienced since she first took up running years ago. The stabbing in her ribs, the sloshing of her intestines, but the light was nearer. She was almost under it if she could just push a little harder. And then it stopped. The safety net of the light surrounded her, the breathing, the footsteps. The chase was over. Her breath burned in the back of her throat. Her legs were rubbery. Oh, it was an effort to not simply collapse. She looked behind her. Nothing. The road was clear for as far as she could see. There was nothing there. Was it ever there?
It wasn't my goddamn imagination. Something was after me. I could hear it. Oh, Christ, I could smell it.
But it wasn't there now. Oh, it was hiding. She knew it. Hiding, just like the first time.
The trees. It must be in the trees.
Of course, she never really saw it.
Never saw a thing. Just a little something out of the corner of my eye. Could have been anything.
Her mind was eager to believe she'd imagined the whole thing. The light helped. Under the street lamp, there was pavement, grass, bushes, real things that were part of the real world. And there were no monsters in the real world. Maybe there was no real danger. Maybe, just maybe, she could make it.
Oh, hell no. Staying right here. A car will come along. I'll just tell them I twisted my ankle. No need to mention any tree-hopping boogeymen. I'll wait until dawn if I have to. You hear that? I'm waiting right here.
Silence. But then...
What? Throwing rocks at me now? Fine. Throw away. I'm not leaving the light.
And then came another. And she soon realized it wasn't aiming at her.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Stay back. Mother.
Ooh, I always love a good creature feature. Well done, you two.
Is that it? Can we go?
Yes, go on. Get out of my sight. Let them through.
Okay, bye!
Let them through.
Well, Dr. Necropolis, you seem to be out of candidates for your sacrifice, which means the show's over, because we are out of actors.
Oh no, I'll still be having my sacrifice.
But you let everyone go.
Not everyone. Caesar!
Come here.
Hey! Let go of me!
Whoa, what are you doing?
Improvising. You promised me a sacrifice today, and that's what we shall have.
No, grab her arm. Come on, grab her arm.
Get your filthy paws off of me! Jonathan, aren't you going to do anything?
Well, we did tell him he could, have his sacrifice, and you're the only one left that hasn't performed, so...
Rude!
Bring her to the altar!
So not fair! You are rude! Let go of me! stupid, selfish, and I hope someone keys your car.
Stage Frights is a Gather by the Ghostlight production. It was produced and directed by Jonathan Cook and Devin McSherry. The Stage Frights concept and theme was created and written by Jonathan Cook. The featured audio play in this episode, CLIP CLOP, was written by Greg Mandryk. The Stage Frights series stars A.C. Daniel, Matt Krydell, Luke Romagnoli, Azaria C., Marion Thibodeau, Mickey Lay, Rob Smith, Wesley Pearson, Pepper Wren, Brad King, Michael Silvio Fortino, Carla Daly, Corlin Hendricks, Aurelis Rivera, TJ McSherry, Jonathan Cook, Devin McSherry, and Nathan Shelton as Dr. Necropolis. Original audio production, sound design, and editing by Jonathan Cook. Title music by composer JK47. Additional featured music in this episode by Ido K and Josh Tarp. Special thanks to the Frightmare Theater Podcast, Bonnie Marie Williams and the Horror Nerds Podcast, Horrorstruck Hot Sauce, and the Chat Noir Theater. This program is funded in part by the South Carolina Arts Commission, which receives support from the National Endowment for the Arts.
You arrived with good intention, and you never meant to leave. I handed you my secrets, and you wore them on your sleeve. Truth is, I'm a stepping stone on your way to greater things. 'Cause there's a ghost in the radio that keeps it on repeat. There's a demon in the bottle trying to drag me to my knees, and I can't afford to fall apart every time we meet. Oh, there's a ghost after me.
I mean, it literally just played the whole thing like a minute ago.